Beast Wars Season 3, Episode 10, Master Blaster. Getting into these final 4 episodes, this was a pretty good one. Just like the last one, doing some transformations late in the game. And this was probably one of my favorite transformations in the entire series, because honestly, Megatron is always the villain of Transformers. That's who he's meant to be. It's Optimus and Megatron. They are, the heads of these two sides, good versus evil. And with this series being, these characters transforming and getting these upgrades, especially when we got to, Season 3 and Optimus became Optimal Optimus, where he's, just huge and he's looming over everybody and he can just, smack people around like he's the boss. It changed things up for Megatron. He's like, okay, his first upgrade was he got flight, and it was like, I can fly now. Optimus doesn't have that advantage over me anymore. And then he had that for a super long time, and now we get into the final 4 episodes, and everything is going great for the Predacons in this episode. They have a little thing where it's like, alright, attack the base, get the Maximals out here, and they had a really simple plan that actually worked out really freaking well for them. It was trick them to come out. Tarantulas basically shot an electronic blow dart into Optimus's foot, and then they were able to control him. So they were able to control Optimus, and it's like, alright, they blew up Silverbolt. He was the first one out there, so he got knocked out. Then the rest of the Maximals went out to try to help him. So it was like, alright, we scared him off and stuff, but of course the plan succeeded and they took over Optimus. So it's like, alright, they had Rat Trap take Silverbolt away, and then Optimus, or, it was actually Quick Strike who's taking over him. He was like, I have a different mission for you, and then he just punched him in the face and he knocked him out. So we have everyone at the base except for Blackarachnia, and so she gets there last, and she's like, alright, things are a little weird. Like, she goes in and it's kind of creepy, all the power seems to be off, and she's like, alright, this is like a surprise party, I'm not liking it. And so she's walking around and she checks the cameras, and then Optimus shows up behind her. And then she's like, oh, you scared me, like, what the heck is going on here? And then she realizes that something's weird, because Optimus picks her up and he starts squeezing her, and she's like, what's gotten into you? And then Megatron shows up and he's already in the base, and then we get to see everyone's already been knocked out. Everyone's been knocked out and they're all locked in a cage. And the only person left is Blackarachnia, because of course Optimus has been taken over. So, with them going through this whole little mission where they've been trapped now, Megatron is able to use Optimus's body because he got the codes from Blackarachnia in the last episode. He's able to have Quick Strike use his body to open up Teletran 1. And the plan for that is not to simply destroy Optimus like his plan initially was. His plan is actually to go in and take the spark of the original Megatron, just like Optimus did, and that way he can have a crazy great transformation. So he takes the spark of the original Megatron, and then things start to get a little crazy, because Quick Strike actually picks him up, because he's basically in shock. Like, he takes the spark and then he's kind of stunned, and so Tarantulas is like watching the monitor, and so he tells Quick Strike, he's like, now's the time, so pick him up and get rid of him. So he takes him, and Megatron he can't really fight back, but he's conscious, and he's like, what the heck are you doing? And he's like, we're working together now. Quick Strike is like, we're teaming up and we're going to take over, the Predacons. So he takes him outside of the Ark, and Megatron's freaking out. He's like, what are you doing? Stop. And he throws him into hot lava, which is, as I've said, the only thing that kills anybody in this show is hot lava. You either die or, like Air Razor and Tigertron a long time ago, you just get sucked up into space. So, he gets dropped into lava, and it's like, holy crap, they got Megatron. And then things get even crazier, because Tarantulas double crosses Quick Strike, and he's trying to kill everybody. His plan is not to just wipe out Optimus or Megatron. He wants every single character inside the Ark to be dead. And it's a little crazy, because it's like, well, what the heck is his plan? Like, what is he doing? If he's just going to kill everyone, of course he'll end up dying as well. So it gets really crazy when he betrays Quick Strike. And it's like, I don't understand what's happening. So now they've gotten rid of Megatron. Tarantulas has taken over for Quick Strike. They're able to knock out Quick Strike as well. Blackarachnia is able to take him down, and so she's able to get, Optimus is back in his right mind. So they're finally able to team up, and they, rescue everyone else. They're all still knocked out, but they're able to at least save them. And it's like, okay, we've got like this crazy issue going on. They're trying to blow up the whole arc. They're trying to, wipe out everything, which is just absolutely insane. So then, once again, it gets crazier. Here comes Megatron, because he doesn't actually die. He actually transforms inside of the lava, and he comes out as a freaking dragon, which is, like I said, it's a dragon, so of course it's like one of my favorite things. So he comes out totally different. Like, he just comes out as a full-on... I don't know how that translates, though. Like, Optimus turned into, like, basically original Optimus, and Megatron turned into a dragon. Like, and the old... it makes it even funnier, because the old Megatron was a giant gun when he transformed. And there was also something I noticed. They didn't have the cannon on his arm, which I thought was interesting. But, he comes out as a dragon. I was like, I don't know how that works, but it's super freaking sweet. He came out as a dragon. So he and Optimus are now kind of neck and neck. So they start fighting. And not only is Megatron a dragon that can breathe fire, somehow he's a dragon that can breathe, like, ice. Which was crazy to me, but I was like, that's actually super cool. So they have this battle. They go back and forth. Ultimately, Optimus is at least able to defend the Ark, and he gets Megatron out of there, and the rest of the Predacons take off as well. And now it's like, things are really about to get crazy, because Megatron is taking this, final transformation on, but he also has this spark of the original Megatron, which, would totally change things up. Like, if he died, it would definitely change up the way things went. So it was just a crazy situation, and that's pretty much how it ends. Going into the final 3 episodes, is like, he is now a freaking dragon. Like, he's transformed. For whatever reason, Tarantulas was trying to kill everybody, which makes no sense. And then we have, Quick Strike. He kind of just got messed up. Like, he was trying to work with Tarantulas, then he got double-crossed too. But it was a really cool episode. I like getting to see the transformation. Just like I mentioned in the last episode, it's one of those things where it's like, this has to be toy related. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Like, last 4 episodes, dragon, boom, got him, dragon. He still has the same face, which I actually like. They kept the Megatron face, because that was like the whole deal when they first made the series, is that he still has a face that's similar to the original Megatron. So they kept that. He just has more stuff around his head now, but his face is still there and everything when he transforms. So very cool. He's a full-on dragon with like golden wings and stuff. He's completely red, but like his wings are golden, and I like it. It's a really cool transformation. He turned into a dragon, which is just awesome. But it's also deadly, which is what makes it more entertaining than some of the other transformations we may have seen, where it's like, oh, that's a cool aesthetic thing. But this was like, when Optimus changed, not only was that kind of cool, because he changed, in such a different way, but it changed the battle, it changed the scales of the battle that they're having. It changed the scales of the war. And so now Megatron has had this great change as well, which kind of balances out the scales a little bit, because now he has such immense power, just like Optimus does. So really great transformation. It was very enjoyable. Really crazy. I've seen the next episode. I only have 2 more episodes to go in the series, so I wanted to review all the episodes before the actual 2-part finale. So, I'm excited to go into some of the more crazier things that are going to be happening in this series, or I guess the finale, really, for this next episode, what it kind of leads up to. But this is certainly a fun one. Really crazy moment. The Tarantulas thing was probably one of my favorite parts, because it kind of blew my mind, where it's like, okay, this whole time, after everything that happened, where it's revealed that he's like, the secret agent and stuff, he kind of went back to work for Megatron. I haven't really talked about this in a bit, but after all that stuff happened in the 2nd season, or in the finale, he kind of just went back to working for Megatron, and it seemed really simple. Like, I was like, oh, they had this whole big deal, and it doesn't seem like it's coming back. And now we kind of see, like, no, he's got something weird happening. I don't know why he'd want to kill himself, but something weird is going on here. So I kind of like that it finally came back into play, where it's like, all this time it seemed like he just kind of let that go, and he started working with Megatron again. And then it's like, oh, okay, his plan was to let Megatron do his thing, so then of course he could go in as the spy and do whatever he's supposed to be doing with destroying, all the original Autobots and Decepticons, which once again wipes everybody out. But I'm excited to go into the next episode. Of course, if you guys have any comments on this episode or anything Transformers in general, please put your comments down in the comment section below. And of course, thanks for watching.